Alright, hey guys, it's Fins here from Team Gins again. I got another cool deck profile for you. This one's pretty different. It's a ZombieSworn deck for the March 2012 ban list. It's like a zombie light sworn chaos build. It's really fun to play. You can do so much different stuff with it. I've been trying out a couple of builds with it. One time I tried a more zombie-oriented build. One time I tried a more light sworn build. But I think I finally got a good overall build. So here we go. All right. First off is one BLS. Yeah, he's pretty broken, but what can you do? This guy is pretty awesome in this deck. One Plague Spreader, main tuner, one Mizuki. Next up, we've got 3 Zombie Master. Honestly, Zombie Master is like my favorite card in the deck. With Zombie Master, you can make, basically, more or less, you can be making level 4 Xyzs every turn between him and Goblin Zombie and Mizuki. It's ridiculous, all the stuff that you can do with this guy. Plus, you know, you can get your dead cards out of your hand with the discard and special summon a zombie. You could really swamp the field quickly with Zombie Master. I run 2 Spirit Reaper. I used to only run 1 for a long time, but now I run 2, and it's fantastic. He's one of the better stall cards in the game. It's like, you know, that's all there is to it, man. Next up, 3 Goblin Zombie. I always go back and forth between siding one out for like a Cyber Dragon or something. But for the most part, I do like having 3 Goblin Zombie, just because I run 3 Zombie Master. It's so easy to pull off crazy combos with them, exceeding and all that good stuff. Alright, that's it for the zombies. Next up, we've got more or less the Chaos build. 2 Effect Veiler. 2 Necro Gardener. For the longest time, I refused to put these in my deck, but now, recently, I put them in, and they work so well. You're going to be milling a lot with this deck, so it's just good to always have these guys in your graveyard. Even if you open up with them, you know, you can set it, get it in your graveyard, because they do come in handy, believe it or not. Next up is another new addition to my deck. It's 2 Card Trooper. For the longest time, I thought this guy was unnecessary, but I just started using him, and I'm actually really liking it a lot. You know, it's just more milling power, which is always good, you know, for your Zombie Masters to get zombies in the graveyard, and for your Light Sworns to get Light Sworns in the grave. Special Summon Wolf, get Judgment Dragon out. You could do so much with the Card Trooper. The only reason that I didn't play Card Trooper for a while was because he's Earth, and I wanted to kind of make it light and dark deck. Here we go. 2 Chaos Sorcerer. Obvious. I used to only run 1, but now I run 2. It's fantastic at 2. Gores. 1 Tragodia. For a while I was running 2, but I like it at 1 a lot better. In my book, he's the perfect Allure of Darkness kind of cost. Not to mention, he does come in handy every once in a while, especially if you open up with him. You know, his attack can get pretty beefy. Plus, he's great for exceeding and sinking in this format, so still run 2. Just run 1, I mean. Next up, we got the Light Sworns. Pretty staple. I only run 1 Judgment Dragon, just because it's not a pure Light Sworn deck. If it was a pure Light Sworn deck, I'd run either 2 or 3. But since it's a hybrid, you know, gotta think ahead. Next up, I run 2 Wolves. I really like Wolf. He's probably my favorite of the Light Sworns. He's easy to get out with like Foolish Burial plays and stuff like that. Plus, you're milling a lot with Card Trooper and stuff like that. So Wolf is always good to have. 2 Ryko. Ryko's one of the best cards in the format. You know, set him, destroy a card, mill 3. Doesn't get much better than that. Next up, double Lila. I don't run MST or Heavy Storm, so Lila's really important. I'm actually thinking about maybe putting her up to 3 or maybe a 3rd Ryko in here. 1 Jane, 1 Celestia, 1 Aaron, 1 Lumina. I would run a second, but I'm trying to keep it pretty basic in the Lightsworns. And finally 1 Garroth. That's it for the monsters. And quickly through the spells. Charge of the Light Brigade. Staple. I only run 2 Solar Recharge. I was thinking about running a third, but to be honest, it's a hybrid deck, so I think 2 works just perfectly fine. 2 Book of Life. I absolutely love this card. Not only do you get a special summon of a zombie from your graveyard, you get to remove something from your opponent's graveyard. Fantastic. Lure of Darkness. Obvious. Foolish Burial, either for Necro Gardener, Wolf, or Plague Spreader. You could do just so much with this. Mizuki. You can put that last Lightsworn in the graveyard for a Judgment Dragon play. There's a lot you could do with Foolish Burial in this deck. And then finally, Book of Moon and Dark Hole. I don't run Monster Reborn for the fact that I have Lumina and Zombie Master and all kinds of other stuff. Book of Life, Mizuki. I've got so many different ways to special summon stuff in the graveyard. I don't use it that much. But that's it. I don't run any traps or anything like that, because it is just the worst feeling in the world to mill like a Mirror Force or a Solemn Judgment. I'm thinking about maybe siding in like a Treacherous Trap Hole. That might be a cool thing to do. But let me know what you guys think for now.